This is going to be the new, what I'm going to call is the hidden engineering series. And I'm going to start up with F-105 Thunderchief.
Because the gear retracts a little bit forward into the wheel well, because if you keep it, if you think that this gear is going to stow or retract this way, that's not it. So even the angle of this gear, you could tell it's going to retract somewhere over here. Now the Thunderchief has this crazy air brake system. It starts from here. This opens like a flower, top, bottom, left and right during flight, but while landing this gets restricted to a lower angle. Why? Because high angle of attack, you don't want to strike this bottom side of the air brake. But not only was an air brake, remember you got afterburners, so when they were lighting up you could control it by this thing open up just a little bit. So you always move up and down, I mean move open and close for engine throttle to afterburners besides the air brake. What else can I see that I didn't see on the other one? Oh yeah, I think, let me see if I can take a shot of the top, because this aircraft is so high. This thing has, I think it had an aileron, not aileron, spoilers. Let's see if you can see it. All right. Fuel tanks. Now, what a lot of people, I don't think they know, or some do, is the intake. Well, they don't show it here, but that's the intake.
I had to replace the audio because there was people talking in the background, so just to cover that up, this just the intake. And I guess I'm talking about there's a ramp that goes in and out to control shock waves. And I think at this point I'm going to show you the railing. That's the railing for the tracking of the ramp to go back and forth.
I don't know if you see if I'm able to see it, but let me take another look at it. That rail right there had a scoop that moves back and forth to control shock waves. And of course,
Okay, during my recording, I didn't realize that I forgot to mention this section right here, which is the wing, where the wing meets the fuselage. That section right there is called the area ruling. That section is to reduce the drag. They call it a subsonic drag. Just before just going to supersonic, you need that skinny section from the fuselage. And then if you notice the back, it becomes fatter again. I'm going to show you a picture. How does it look like from the top?
separation. So that's going to be controlling your shock wave. That scoop that moves in and out. Again, let me see if I get another shot. And of course,
to minimize supersonic drag, the bomb bays open inside the body. And at the same time, to be more accurate with the bombs, you have an air-driven rack that actually extends out for more accuracy on the bomb.
A bomb bay gives a nuclear capability. And this is funny, this little thing here, back in the days, I guess these aircraft are so stealthy that they need to put a radar to induce radar signatures. So they had to put this part over here when the pilots extended the gear so the airport can see this aircraft, because now you want to be seen by the radar, so this is why that's there. And basically that would be it for your Thunderchief. You probably get a better view of those rails that where the scoop runs. And this is your boundary layer separation. Big elevator. Obviously painted on the Air Force. I don't know if this aircraft saw some action in Vietnam.
Okay, this is a side note. What you see here in the circle is auxiliary air going to the engine. You're finding this scoop on both sides of the
fuel
engine.
Tank. Look at this. Now the crazy thing about the Thunderchief, look at the intake. How crazy that intake is. It has that sharp angle, boundary layer diversion duct, and as you can see, maybe that inside, that's where the little tiny holes is gonna prevent shock waves going into the main engine inlet. Now look at this landing gear. The crazy thing about this landing gear that I could notice is, again, it has to, because look at the body. It's straight. If you notice this straight, and then you got that door in an angle, so that means this landing gears have to come all the way inside. Obviously this door's got to open first. They have to come, and it have to come in an angle, a little bit an angle, to go back in. And I think that angle, that little bit turning, is created by that little, let me show you here, that guy right.
Okay, I'm gonna add a note to that. Within that cylinder, there's another cylinder within the cylinder, and that's where it's going to lock into that pivot point. So when the whole gear goes up, inside that cylinder it will twist, so the landing gear has a little bit of angle before it retracts to the wheel well
system. And this aircraft has a, I believe this is a Bombay. Not too familiar with the Thunderchief. I'll find out about that Bombay. Nose gear. There's a blue light there.
I didn't realize at the time, but right here is your RAT system, ram air turbine, located. Almost forgot that there's a retractable refueling probe right on the very top to the left of the canopy, just like the Navy. I think this aircraft might have both. Have the regular one, which is the hole, and this is the they call it the Dragon probe.
Of attack, like of course, shot the gun. Nose gear, wheel well. Look at that intake. I mean, they have the intake blocked off because of birds. Fuel tank. Okay, from here we're gonna change